Good evening, and welcome back to the Shadow Nook. Tonight we are travelling to one of my favourite places in the UK. Ruins high on the East Cliff overlooking the North Sea. It is known as a silhouette against the sky. Dramatic, windswept, and lonely. This place is none other than the infamous Whitby Abbey. The North Sea crashes far below the cliffs. It is endless, dark and cold. The abbey's silhouette seems to change shape as the clouds pass overhead. So tonight join me as we uncover the history, the legend, and some ghosts that live around Whitby Abbey. I think this is quite cute. The abbey was founded in the year 657 by King Oswu of Northumbria. It was originally a monastery for monks and nuns. Was an important centre for religion and learning. Synod of Whitby in the year 664 was the decision to follow Roman traditions instead of Celtic. As time progressed, Vikings in the 9th century destroyed the abbey, and then Normans rebuilt it in the 11th century, complete with Gothic arches and towering stonework. There are steps outside of the abbey, 199 to be exact. Pilgrims climbed these 199 steps up from the Whitby town. Imagine their footsteps echoing on the stone, their lanterns flickering in the wind as they ascend the staircase. The sea air is sharp with sea salt. It stings the lips and chills the skin. Even the sound of your own breath can sometimes be too loud here. Now for some Gothic inspiration. Some of you may have heard of the author Bram Stoker, who visited Whitby in the late 19th century. Bram Stoker was struck by the dramatic Abbey ruins and the stormy skies. The backdrop of Whitby inspired the infamous novel written by Bram Stoker called Dracula in 1897, where a coffin washed ashore, a black dog leaping onto the land. Stone arches rise like broken teeth against the sky when the mist rolls in from the sea. The abbey almost vanishes like a ghost itself. If you haven't read Dracula, I would highly recommend it. This is a metal rose that my husband got me one Valentine's Day. Sounds quite nice against the nails. So now we will move on to some ghostly legends around Whitby. Starting off with the ghostly nun. As you may recall, at the beginning I mentioned that the abbey was originally lived in by monks and nuns. The apparition of a nun is a dark figure in habit gliding among the ruins, said to be a nun who broke her vows and then was since sealed alive in the walls. Her cries are carried on the wind and can sometimes be still heard to this day. Some believe that the abbey is a thin place, and what they mean by that is that the abbey is known to be where the veil between worlds wears thin. There is also phantom chanting that can be heard. Visitors report monks' voices singing in Latin, echoing through roofless arches, distant and mournful. Sometimes it feels as if the wind is speaking, words just beyond recognition. At night, the ruins are filled with a silence so heavy it is said to press down on you. Something a bit more unusual that is seen at the abbey is the spectral horse. This is a huge black stallion that is seen galloping across the headlands. It appears mainly on stormy nights, its hooves thundering, matching the stormy weather. It always vanishes close to the cliff edge, as if it were plunging into the sea. There is no splash or cry, just silence after the gallop. Moving on to the atmosphere and paranormal energy at the Abbey. Visitors report sudden chills and drops in temperature. And there is often the feeling of being watched and sometimes being followed. Shadows seem to move where there are no people. It is said that the ruins remember. Every stone holds a story. Every shadow holds a secret. Time doesn't feel the same here at Whitby Abbey. The past lingers, refusing to fade. Imagine standing among these arches under a pale moon. It's easy to imagine monks still wandering this ground, unseen but not entirely absent. So, Whitby Abbey is not just stone but memory, myth and mystery. It is a place where faith and fear meet on the windswept cliff. Imagine climbing the 199 steps in the dead of night. The air grows still, and the silence becomes almost unbearable. Perhaps you too will hear whispers of the past. And now I'd like to do the oracle card reading for you. I think we will do the Mystical Forest deck today. As usual, I will pull one card and you can interpret it however you like. Interesting. We have life source. When life comes to a standstill, turn inward and focus on joy and excitement. Your inner light keeps everything alive and moving. Quite like the Abbey, with a constant life source, of times forgotten. Let me know down below what this could possibly mean to you. Please do also let me know below if you have ever visited Whitby and what your thoughts were on the Abbey. Thank you once again for joining me tonight in the Shadow Nook. If you ever do visit Whitby, try to climb the stairs from the town up to the Abbey in one go. Sleep well. Good night.